So yeah, you mentioned men.
Yes.
So again, a lot of times men don't want to go for a sperm test, but increasingly men doing the sperm test now when the female can't conceive. They've got to check the sperm, and I've seen a crazy scenario: women going for IVF, and I say, well, bring in your husband, bring in your partner. This is what's going on here, and the guy's sperm count is so low. The guy's sperm count is incredibly low. There's no way, So all the sperm, literally, the ones that are there are literally just not working, not functioning. So you have low sperm count and what's called low sperm motility. So the sperm don't have any power to project out and fertilize an egg. Okay? And then we've got problems with the semen. So if males having problems, males got real problems. So 50% of infertility, now you got massive male
joint responsibility.
Yeah. So one reason now, again, the pesticides. So I always tell all men, look, it's really important to eat organic food. It's really important. And I said, if I was going to write a book about why you should eat organic, the book would be this fat.
Yes.
Okay? And you'd never read it. So let's just skip that. Let's just go to page 1, chapter 1, one paragraph. It reads like this. An average apple is sprayed 17 times. Most crops, fruits, vegetables are heavily sprayed. They're sprayed with pesticides. The word side means to kill. So you get homicide, fratricide, infanticide. So they're sprayed with a killing substance. Okay. Now, what the problem with the problem with pesticides is they are, as are a lot of man-made chemicals, they're what's called xenoestrogens. I mentioned it earlier. So xeno means artificial.
Yes.
So a man is eating the pesticide food, and he's imbibing huge amounts of female hormone into his body. So female hormone goes to mitigate against his testosterone level and the hormonal level. If that man also has mercury fillings, was also getting estrogenic compounds from dairy and meats, which are also injected. Most cattle are injected with hormones to fatten them up. There's a reason why women have more water, carry more water and more fat than men. It's the female hormone. So they can use this fact for economic purposes, and most animals are actually injected with female hormone to speed their growth process, because hormones send a growth signal. The animals retain water, retain fat. Therefore, there's an economic benefit or gain. It's a standard agricultural practice. Great for the farmer, great for the bottom line. But the problem is when someone eats this meat, they're taking these huge amounts of estrogen, female hormone. So the whole concept of male biochemistry is going to be a very, very rare thing, increasingly. So men lose testosterone, lose sperm. So the ability to actually fertilize, they lose that ability. So now we have the psychosocial thing where women say, well, we will fertilize ourselves, we'll do IVF, we don't actually need men. So the maleness or male factors, male fertility is under major onslaught. And that the only males who will escape that, who actually understand it's imperative to live a natural lifestyle. It's imperative to detox the body. It's imperative to get checked. It's imperative to eat organic food. If you're not eating organic food, you're having a major attack on male fertility, just from the fruits and the vegetables.
Yes. Wow. It's great because it really shows that there's a real responsibility from the male and the female to really bring their bodies into balance.
And so then also, if they conceive, then there's huge implications for the child. A study came out, 5 years ago, and they showed the average child is born with something like over 300 different chemical compounds were found in the placenta of a newborn. That may sound shocking, but the figure is possibly near more like 3,000, more like 30,000. But let's say they stop testing at 300, maybe the budget run out, because you can't just look into a plant center and see what chemicals are there. They test for each and every single one. You can't just randomly see, let's see what's in there.
Yeah.
So the budget or the research stopped at 300 chemicals. So the child was actually already born with what we call in ecological medicine, we call it a body burden.
Wow.
The child was born with a body burden, a huge body burden. So you talk to any midwife nurse, she'll tell you that the rate of children being born with undescended testes, or one testicle undescended, or other issues now is increasingly common. So yeah, this is toxic Babylon. So to find that in the Western world, or fertility rates are dropping, birth rates are dropping, birth rates are dropping massively.
Yes,
massively, and there are biochemical, hormonal factors behind it. So we won't even go into radiation. So I see a lot of guys make a fatal mistake, and they put the phone in their pocket.
Yeah.
So phone in the pocket with standby radiation. When we test, we see more likely problems on the testicle on that side where the phone is. Okay, so we see massive increase in testicular cancer, massive increase problems with prostate. So I remember a time I never used to see prostate problems in men under let's say 25. Now it's common. Prostate problems are a problem when you're 25.
God.
We see testicular cancer, testicular inflammation, phone in the pocket. Okay, so imagine a problem. You're going to see problems where you get a combination of problems. So you see the radiation,
yes,
the biochemical, chemical factors, stress factors, a lack of sleep, people not sleeping, they can't get melatonin, but they can't detox properly, their circadian rhythm is shot to pieces. They got high exposure to heavy metals, whether it be aluminium, whether it be fillings of mercury in the mouth, lead. So when you find like 4 or 5 different factors are coalescing, and the person can't detoxify that because the diet's really bad, they've got eating processed foods, they've got the diet high in gluten, which creates huge havoc in the body anyway, biochemically and on all levels. When you get 3 or 4 of those things converging, now it's a problem. They start to manifest as a health problem. The health problem invariably affects fertility. Yeah.
Can we talk about how a woman should give birth? Because at the moment, women often give birth in a hospital bed lying down.
Yeah.
And I was reading a blog that really women should be giving birth standing up. Yeah. What's your view on that?
Like I said, so birth has become a pathology. Birth is not pathology. Look at animals can give birth, have no problem. But most advanced humans, so-called humans, most advanced on this creation.
We're supposed to be advanced beings, but it's becoming an issue.
Yeah, but it's a joke, isn't it? How would you give birth lying down? It doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
No. We were talking about working with downward momentum.
Gravity, yeah.
Well, we don't know about gravity. That's a theory.
Okay, that's a theory.
Let's say downward momentum, downward force, propulsion. Let's work with that. We can understand that. I don't know what gravity is. I've never seen it before. But let's see, downward momentum.
Yes.
Makes sense. It's logic, isn't it?
Yes.
So you find that an average labour could be anything from 6 to 24 hours, sometimes more. You see, but in a state of health. Childbirth is childbirth and childbirth shouldn't take more than 2 hours.
Okay.
Shouldn't take more than 2 hours. Past 2 hours, something going wrong.
Right.
1 hour, 45 minutes, maximum 2 hours. That's normal to give birth.
Yeah.
A lot of time that whole the birth process is actually delayed because the woman is actually lying down and there's no downward momentum. See, in ancient cultures, women don't lie down. It's logic, isn't it? They just stand up. They just stand up. They literally stand.
Yes.
Stand, and then bang, comes out. I actually delivered my last child.
Really?
I didn't
know that. Wow.
Delivered him at home.
Incredible.
At home.
Home birth.
Yeah. We said it all up.
Did you have a a nurse on standby at all?
No.
Not at all.
We set it all up, you know. And the nurse, the midwife, the midwife came after the event.
Okay, after.
And she was freaked out. We'd done, finished, it was all finished, yeah. But, you know.
Wow.
Sophie was standing, not kneeling, standing. And I caught my son in my hand here, in my hand.
Wow.
I was the first human to imprint him. He wasn't imprinted by a stranger. He wasn't born to bright lights and in a kind of scary,
clinical
setting. He was born. There was music playing, and I caught him in my hand.
Wow.
And so we were standing up. Total labour, less than under 2 hours.
Talk about the pain. Did she experience a lot of pain? Obviously, you know, the body is being stretched. There's going to be pain. But should it be as painful as, I mean...
Did she experience pain? She was making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
She sure made some noise.
I mean, because the pain varies.
See, look.
Go on.
2 hour pain versus 6 hours versus 1 day versus 2 days pain.
Yes.
And I always tell women, get healthy. A lot of women I tell them, forget about conceiving. A lot of women I tell them, forget about conceiving. Get healthy. Get very healthy first. Get very healthy. You get healthy, you can conceive. You can have a natural pregnancy. You can have a natural birth. I remember one of my clients years ago, and she was in her late 30s, and I remember that she told me, the midwife said to her, "How come you're my oldest client and you don't have any of the symptoms? You're having this swelling ankles, you know, sickness and everything like that."
Yeah.
So how come? Because she was eating like raw food diet. She was eating naturally. Wow. She was just in a natural state. She was extremely healthy.
Yeah.
She was literally very, very healthy.
Yes.
So a lot of times when we short circuit the whole process, not understand the process, you get healthy first. And when you get healthy first, you have a different quality of offspring. Okay. So I'll give you an example. So when a child's really born, what we see, a child born to a really healthy mother, at least, hopefully father as well, but at least mother, child will be born with full hair of head and with the eyes open. Okay, and those two aren't always a given in birth. Okay, and that child will excel at every developmental percentile, including the first one, in making eye contact and holding up the neck. So we see this all the time. I get interesting stories. A lady called Anne Wigmore. Are you familiar with Anne Wigmore?
No.
Anne Wigmore. She's a lady who pioneered wheatgrass.
Right. Okay.
Wheatgrass. Yeah, she pioneered it. Go study Anne Wigmore. And she started at Hippocrates Institute, which Brian Clements now runs. Anyway, so based over in Florida. But I remember reading one of her books, and she used to go and lecture. And in lecture, people would ask her, "Is it okay to take wheatgrass while I'm pregnant?" Okay, she would say, "No, it's great. You need wheatgrass if you're pregnant."
Right.
So you get the people having the wheatgrass, women having wheatgrass, and she said that sometimes she would go back to a town that she hadn't been to for a couple of years and come back and see the people, and they would say, "Wow, you know, thanks for your advice. We took the wheatgrass, had a great pregnancy." But what she found was interesting. She found that the women who used the wheatgrass during pregnancy, a higher percentage of them gave birth to geniuses.
Really?
Absolutely.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
If you want a genius baby, get on the wheatgrass, right?
But it's not just wheatgrass. Wheatgrass, yes, but it's the whole lifestyle. So remember, so the baby's formed in the womb. The baby's drawing nutrients from the mother. Often the mother hasn't got those nutrients. Hasn't got it.
Yes.
Now the first part, the baby to be formed, is the neuronal architecture. So you still have yours.
Do I?
Yeah, you have your blueprint.
Okay.
For your neuronal architecture. Where is it? Here.
Ah, the ear that looks like the fetus.
Yes. That's the fetus there. That's the first part that's formed. And for a few weeks, there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
What, you're saying that the ear is the thing that starts?
No, it's not the ear.
Yeah.
The ear is the map of the fetus.
The map of the fetus.
That's why you can have ear acupressure, you can touch here, and it's working all your spine. All your nervous system here is all encoded in here.
Wow.
Okay, so that's the first part that's formed in the womb. And now what's happening, what the baby's doing is laying down that neuronal architecture from brain and the whole nervous system. That takes huge amounts of energy and nutrients. It's the most sophisticated part of the human, is the neurology, okay, the nerve systems of the body, okay. So that takes huge amounts of nutrients. So if the mother is low, there are 3 key factors to lay that down. B vitamins, okay, including folates, that's why folic acid.
Yes.
B's, essential fatty acids, so omega-3, 6, 9. Okay, you can go omega-10 as well. Okay, and then the and other minerals and vitamins. So the other elements found in green vegetables. So if those aren't present, okay, the woman is deficient. Okay, but nature's law says the child has access. The child has priority. Okay, so the child will take that at the expense of the mother, because the mother, hey, go and sort yourself out. But the child is priority. Okay, but and the child will take what the child can in the womb.
Yes.
But assuming there's in short supply, there will be deficiencies in that neuronal architecture construction. See, not all of it will go through as planned, and that neuronal network won't be built. So later on, the child is born, and the child may have developmental issues, may have issues with eyesight. There can be some deficiencies. We'll show up later on. Yeah.
Okay.
But so we see these children who are really excellent. They're just really sharp.
Yeah.
From day one, they're wide awake and they're so curious. And so the mother gave them good nutrition while they're in the room. The mother minimized the toxic load affecting that child. I mean, it's many years ago they found out that lead, if women are exposed to lead, the child came out more likely to be retarded from lead, from exposure from mother. They found that if the child is exposed, mother has high pesticide load, the child could have some kind of problem with their sexual development. Okay, so in ideal childbirth state, the mother is conscious and understands these factors, takes care, and it eats a chemically free diet, eats primarily raw food, nutrients, and definitely gets checked for B vitamins, especially B3, B6, B9, the folates. They're low, has implications for the child. And definitely an intelligent and conscious mother to be making sure she's got enough fatty acids. So fatty acids are major of health, because again, these are major cofactors and builders.
Which is funny, because hemp has a lot of these in, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hemp's got a lot in. Okay, so you find that that's why you got the postnatal depression.
Yes. So what's postnatal depression? This is interesting.
So what's happened? So the child has taken the essential fatty acids, the omega fat, because these are critical and crucial.
Yes.
For development, brain development.
Yes.
Okay, neuronal architecture, nerve systems need essential fatty acids. All our life we need them. Okay, but critically at those formation stages where dendrites, neurons are being formed and made, axons, nerve fibers, nerve sheaths, the whole nerve system is being built, needs fatty acids to do that construction, highly intricate, sophisticated work, needs fatty acids. So if that's not available, short supply, the baby gets it, the woman literally can go low.
Right.
So one sign of low fatty acids is depression, mood problems. Okay, so a woman gives birth, low fatty acid, the baby's taking all short supply of reserves, the woman can get depression. Okay, can get multiple depression. Okay, if the woman conceives again within a short space of time and is still low, now she can go into severe fatty acid deficiency. That's when you see the thing where women are flushing their kids down the toilet or abandoning their children or doing some really crazy behaviour.
So what you're saying essentially, postnatal depression is linked to this nutrient drain.
Absolutely.
From the child,
and specifically fatty acids.
You would not think it's got anything to do with the outer world. Could this be a factor? But you're saying the main issue
No,
is
it's not. It's all biochemical. 80% expression is biochemical.
80% is biochemical.
80% or more biochemical disorder.
Okay.
Neurotransmitter disorder.
Okay.
So, like I said, the pregnancy creates huge demand. If those demands aren't met, there's have impact for the woman. So now what happens is woman gives birth to two three children. She's completely depleted or very, very low. That's when you see strange behaviours, when you see so-called postnatal depression syndrome, which is quickly and easily resolved by intake of high sources of fats.
Okay.
And see, so as one line from my poem, omega-3 is what the brain needs, and it's mainly found in nuts and
seeds.
So without those essential nutrients, things go awry. Like I said, so any weakness, deficiencies show up in pregnancy.
Wow, that's amazing.